Good morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, an author, and a minister, and the host of this show, to Take Your Life Back Today radio show. You can see a video version of this if you go to YouTube under channel Take Your Life Back Today show. Folks, with God, all things are possible. Do you know that? Abraham and Sarah were pretty old at this time and had no children. How then was Abraham going to father many nations? He didn't understand how this would happen. Although we know the end of the story, Abraham didn't know that. Abraham had to trust God. Because of this trust, he did become the father of nations through his son Isaac and his grandson Jacob, who became known as Israel. Sarah had a moment of doubt and convinced Abraham to take things into his own hands, and from this came Ishmael. This was not the son that God had planned. God had tested Abraham when he told him to take Isaac and offer him as a sacrifice to him. When Abraham showed his willingness to obey, Isaac was spared and a ram substituted as the sacrifice. There would be other times when Abraham tried to do things this way instead of God's way, but through it all, he trusted that God's promise would come to fruition. We are approaching, or we just passed Holy Week and Easter. We were preparing to remember the fulfillment of the promise of salvation. How well have we trusted in God's promise to us? Have we, like Abraham, tried to do things our own way? How it worked out for you? I know it works out for me. I know that when I pray for guidance and trust that God will hear and answer me, things work out a lot better than when I go it alone. God is always faithful. Do you know that? He is faithful even when we are not. Let us take our lead from Abraham and trust in the promises of God, who is faithful no matter what. Good and gracious God, you made a covenant with Abraham that you kept even when he did not. We know that you will keep your promises to us as well. Please give us the graces we need to remain faithful to you. In your precious name, amen. Call me at 844-405-HELP, because you and I, we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves and always be good to each other. And remember, a simple smile to anyone can change their day and can change their life, can make a difference in your life. We know, no matter what, if you believe in God, you trust that He will guide and direct you, He will always be faithful, even when we're not. Because God is a faithful God.